How did you assess the performance in the end? Lots of missed goals, and you had a couple as well for yourself.
Yeah, no, it was a bit disappointing, I suppose, with that. We kicked 20 points in the end, and I think I put 4 down. So, but no, look, it's a bit annoying when you do don't kick your goals, but to come out with a win was probably the main thing. So it was great to get the win.
What was the reason for you being off target?
I don't know. Well, mate, I just couldn't do anything right on the night. But lucky enough, it didn't really make too much matter with the result in the end. So it was good that we were able to get the win and win the derby.
Were it tough conditions?
Yeah, it was all right out there. Like, it rained a little bit, but the ball wasn't that wet, and it was easterly blowing, so it wasn't that dramatic with the wind. But yeah, like I said, it's something we'll rectify during the week, and hopefully we'll kick a bit straighter this week.
Was it good to be able to grind it out, given you guys weren't probably at your best, but you still were able to get the win?
Yeah, look, it was good to have a game like that, I suppose, where it was a bit of a grind out, and we knew Freo will always keep coming, and they did in that last quarter. So it was good just to push through and get the win in the end.
Josh, usually such a great kick on goal. Does it become a little bit of a mental thing? Do you start thinking, compound effect, as in I've missed 2 or 3? You start thinking about it at all, or is it just, you try to keep it out?
Not really. I think with me, I don't think about it too much. I get too relaxed, and that's where you make mistakes. But then, I suppose you overcorrect sometimes, and you start adjusting and trying to, with the wind, and then aim for this and aim for that, and all that. But yeah, look, kick 4 points, and hopefully I'll kick a bit straight this week.
You had a bit of a stutter when you actually kicked the goal. Did you go back to that stutter a little bit? Did you feel like you did? It seemed like you had more of a stutter, and you actually nailed it.
Yeah, sorry to be honest, I didn't really notice. Nah, I was, I suppose, a bit close in tight, and I thought I was getting a bit close to the man on the mark, so I had to pull up a little bit, and probably had a bit too much momentum. So, but yeah, didn't really notice that. Yeah, I brought it back, but yeah, if it went through, maybe we should bring it back.
Jackie, how much improvement do you think is in the team from the showing in the first 3 rounds?
Yeah, look, it's been a lot of improvement, I suppose. We're come off a disappointing loss against Hawthorn over in Melbourne, and we wanted to make sure that we come out and just I suppose played the way we wanted to play, and be brave with the footy, and it was good to see the boys didn't go into their shell and took the game on, which was fantastic.
Can you go to another level again, do you think, on Friday night?
Yeah, look, we can always improve. We can always improve, and that's been one thing with our group over the last couple of years. Is we always want to keep improving, and it's never really been the perfect game, so we can always work on what we did wrong, and there was a few things we did on the weekend, so hopefully we can rectify that, and looking forward to this Friday night.
Consecutive 6-day breaks, how have you pulled up, and how have the rest of the boys pulled up, as far as you know?
Yeah, boys are all right. Yeah, boy, it was a pretty physical game on the weekend, and there was a few headbands getting around and a few boys sore. So, look, our fitness guys have a really good program in place for our 6-day breaks, especially when we're travelling and stuff like that. So we're just lucky enough we get to stay home this week as well. We don't have to travel, but no, everyone will be in good stead by Friday.
Yeah, Josh, do you feel for Aaron Sandilands when something like that happens?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've done that before. I did that a few years ago, and it's not very pretty, especially when you're sitting in hospital trying to get it to repair itself. But yeah, it's a part of footy, I suppose, and there's always injuries that happen, and it's not a very nice one what Aaron had.
Do you have the same injury then? Did you say?
Yeah, I think, well, from all reports, I think it was a collapsed lung or a punctured lung. So I did that when I was over in Melbourne at the VFL, and you have to sit in hospital for a few days, which is not too nice.
Can you remember how long you were out for? Because that'll be the concern for Fremantle now, that they miss him for quite some time. Is it 6 to 8 weeks, that sort of length?
I can't actually remember. All I remember is just I remember being in hospital for 2 or 3 days, which was the most annoying part of it. But once the lung heals back, I think it's all pretty much ready to go.
What does it actually feel like when it happens?
I think you're just a bit short of breath. It's a bit like when you kind of break a rib, I suppose. You can't really breathe too much, but just short of breath, and you just feel, to be honest, it just felt weird. So yeah, it's not a very nice thing to happen.
I think you were right in the area as well when it happened. Did you sort of hear any impact there, or I imagine Nick's probably the only bloke in the AFL that can get up that high on Sandy as well?
Yeah, no, I saw Nick roaming around by himself inside 50, so we were trying to make sure that he was the one flying and trying to hold everyone out. And I kind of turned it at the last second, and I suppose seen Aaron come through, and it was a pretty big collision, especially with, I think Nick had a bit of a run up. you know, for Nick, we just need him to launch for the footy, which is what he did, and it was just unfortunate that Aaron was underneath him.
How pleased with the guys to see Lewis Jetta show his class on Saturday?
Yeah, look, it's just fantastic to see Jets, you know, have a good game and kick a few goals, and that's what we want him out there doing, is to make sure he's using his speed, using his skills, and getting the footy in his hands. And it was just really good to see him running around and using the footy well.
How'd you get the shiner?
Oh, just in a contest, I think. Yeah, kind of went down in the goal square, and yeah, it kind of dazed me a little bit. But yeah, 3 stitches. So we get fined for every stitch that happens. So I was trying to get the glue put in, but the doc said that's just for the kids. So I got stuck with 3 stitches. So I'll have a fine this week, footy trip.
Friday night stage, how important is it to really put up a big performance, and you're taking on a team that is under a fair bit of pressure?
Yeah, look, Richmond's a fantastic football side, and they play really well over here in Subi. So we're not going to take it too lightly. It's going to be another great clash. And Friday night in Subi, it's fantastic. You know, it's always good to play Friday night over here. And no, we're looking forward to a great challenge against Richmond this week.
And Josh, just on Bob Murphy, what was your reaction when you heard the news about him doing his knee yesterday? It's a pretty popular guy.
Yeah, look, he's a fantastic player, and he's a fantastic ambassador for the AFL in general. The way he's gone about his career, and you know, to hear the news is quite sad. So you know, whatever he's going to do with the rest of his career, we wish him all the best, because he's been a great servant to, obviously, you know, the Bulldogs, but also the AFL.